What if Formula 1 teams had football kits? Make sure to stick around to the end of the video to see all 10 F1 teams and the kits I've designed. Some of the last ones are my absolute favourites. Let's get right into things, and let's start with Mercedes. As they're known as the Silver Arrows, I have gone with the silver kit with the classic Mercedes pattern on this. This is what they have on a lot of their cars, and yeah, I quite like this pattern. As for the sponsor, we've got the AMG Petronas across the front, and we've got the accents of the sort of teal they have on their car. And I think this looks really good, and yeah, pretty happy with this kit. Moving on to Red Bull. Now Red Bull actually own 3 football teams already. There's the New York Red Bulls, FC Red Bull Salzburg and RB Leipzig in Germany. Now I like a lot of these kits, but I thought I'd do something a little bit different. This first kit I've gone with the typical dark blue of the Red Bull with the accents of the yellow, red and white, but it was difficult to get a sponsor on this, so I thought it's about something a little bit different. And I'm not doing away kits in this video, but I've just done a sort of a second strip. This one we've got the Red Bull Racing across the front, and we've kept it white with the yellow and red across the chest and the Red Bull logo at the bottom. I think this looks really good, and I'm happy with how this turned out. Moving on to Ferrari, and this is probably my favourite looking 2022 F1 car. So let's move on to the kit. Now I've kept it really simple. We've got the classic red with the Shell logo on the front sponsor, and then across the top of the back the Santander logo with just the Ferrari logo on the chest. That just looks similar to the merch they brought out this year. It looks similar to sort of McDonald's uniform. I'm not the biggest fan of this, but yeah, I think this looks very typical Ferrari, and also looks like a football kit, like sort of something Man U would wear. Moving on to McLaren, and this team probably have the boldest colour palette out of any of the Formula 1 teams this year. They've got the classic papaya, but also the light blue, which I think adds quite a bit of a contrast, which I quite like. So I've gone with the orange as the base layer, and then the blue as sort of the pinstripes. We've got the title sponsor Velo across the chest with the McLaren logo on the front, and then some of their other sponsors got the Google Chrome on the sleeve and Android across the back. Now I think this colour palette stands out, and it's definitely sort of one of the most obvious teams to identify. But yeah, I'm pretty happy with this kit, and I think it looks pretty good. Moving on to Alpine, and there were 2 sort of concepts for this. There's the top image here, which is their classic livery which they're running this season, and then they've also got the one that has a lot more pink on it, and this is what they are running in the first 2 races of the season for their BAWT title sponsor livery. Now I've stuck with this pink, and I've gone with this kit. I've got sort of a patterned effect, mainly with the 2 shades of pink, but also have a little bit of blue. We've got the Alpine logo on the front, and then the BWT, that's their title sponsor across the front. And I'm actually really happy with this. I think it looks like a football kit, and you can clearly tell it's Alpine with the bright pink. Now I think they should push the pink more. I think it looks really good, and yeah, I think I prefer the pink livery they ran at the start of the season over the one they're running at the moment. Next on the list is Alfa Romeo. Now I'm a massive fan of this livery, and I really like the shade of red they've used on this car. Now I wanted to keep that shade of red as the base colour for this livery. We've got a bit of white and grey down the sides, the white stripes down the shoulder, and then we have the Orlean title sponsor on the front, with a number 10 in a slightly lighter shade of red and the Alfa Romeo logo. Now if you didn't know much about Formula 1 or who Alfa Romeo are, or football teams, you may think this is an already existing team, as I think this looks like the most typical football kit I've designed. I like this one, it's really simple, but yeah, I'm happy with this. Moving on to AlphaTauri next, and this one doesn't look like a sort of a classic Premier League kit, but it looks more of like an MLS kit. It's a bit more out there, the pattern, but yeah, I'm still a big fan. Gone with the navy blue as the base and the white stripe down the side, sort of matching their livery. AlphaTauri logo is their logo, and yeah, they don't have a sort of a main title sponsor, as AlphaTauri is a clothing brand and this is what they're trying to push. So I've got that as their main sponsor. But then also on the back, got the Red Bull, as they are the Red Bull sister team. Number 10 on the back in white. Yeah, happy with this one. Moving on to Haas next, and their cars changed a bit over the last few months. They had the classic Russian colours with the white, blue and red, but then due to losing their title sponsor when Mazepin left, they've gone for just the white and red design. So I've kept this as the football kit, just the red and white. Now this looks kind of like a baseball jersey, but yeah, I've gone with the white all over with the red sort of pinstripes down the front, and there's a little bit of blue with their main sponsor, the 1 and 1 title sponsor on the front, and the Haas logo at the front. This is another one that's called pretty simple, but yeah, this probably isn't the most typical football kit. It looks more American, but as they're an American team, I think this fits quite nicely. Aston Martin next, and this is another one that was probably one of the favourite liveries of this year. Fans seem to love this new colour scheme with the lime going down the side, so I've kept this in the kit. Gone with the classic dark green as the base layer, and then yeah, added this lime green as a pattern around the waist and the sides that follow around to the back, and then back onto the number 10, we've also kept that lime. Instead of having the logo on sort of the side of the chest, we've got it directly in the middle, and then we've also got their title sponsor right at the front. And yeah, I think this one looks pretty good. Probably not my favourite, but overall I like the colour scheme and I think it works well. Now, last but not least, let's look at Williams. Now this is my favourite kit of them all, and yeah, I'm really happy with this one turned out. I haven't stuck with all of the 2022 colours, and I've gone with some of their more old school designs using the blue, white and yellow, but yeah, I'm really happy with this, and I've gone with the long sleeve design, keeping it kind of old school, but I think this one looks really good. We've got the new Williams logo on the chest, with the Lavazza sponsor as the main title sponsor on the front. We've also got their Duracell sponsor on the back above the number 10, and there's the yellow stripes down the side and the white and yellow around the cuffs with the classic open collar. This looks like a classic football kit, and it also really resembles Williams, and I think you can really tell this is their team. I'm really happy with how this one turned out. So that's all 10 F1 teams if they had their own football kit. Let me know what your favourite one is down in the comments below. I think mine's definitely, Williams has definitely got to be up there. I also really like the Alfa Romeo and the Alpine are probably my favourites. If you can consider liking, it really helps this video reach new people and grow the channel so I can make more videos. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you again soon.